Martin Luther King. A lot of you know that historically, he was really born Michael King when he was first born, given that name for several years, until his father took a trip to Germany. And on that trip, the father went by one of the places in Germany, and he saw this mark on a building, and he heard about the theologian Martin Luther, who nailed his 95 Theses to the door of the Wittenberg Castle Church. And he challenged the Catholic Church. He was a professor of moral theology. And these theses, he claimed that the repentance required by Christ in order for sins to be forgiven involves inner spiritual repentance rather than merely external confession. He argued that the indulgences led Christians to avoid true repentance and sorrow for sin, believing they could be forgiven by obtaining an indulgence. The Baptist Alliance responded to these factors with a resolution deploring that all racial animosity, every form of oppression or unfair discrimination at that time toward the Jews and toward other people of color and any races in any part of the world. So changing Dr. King's name from Michael to Martin after his father had learned of Martin Luther's changing the way religion was viewed and even against the Catholic Church. And so I guess in my imagination, when he came back, he saw Martin as someone, Michael at the time, that was going to change things in the world. And so he renamed him after the famous Martin Luther. And that's how he became Martin Luther King, because he expected him to be a change barrier in this world.